This right down behind me is the Col du Galibier. It's the 2022 Tour de France's highest point, and it has a special place in the Tour de France history. You have to consider back in 1911 and 1910, the race had already gone into the Pyrenees, the first time into the high mountains. In 1911, it was the first time into the high Alps, and they crossed here. A man named Émile Gorget was the first to cross this pass, 2,642 meters. He went on to finish the race third overall.
An iconic moment in Tour de France history on the Col du Galibier. 2011, I was there racing for the BMC racing team, fighting for Cadel Evans in the yellow jersey. Andy Schleck, an incredible solo stage win on the Galibier that day. I was in the breakaway early in the stage. Stage 18, 19, I was suffering my butt off. Up in the breakaway, dropped back, paced Cadel over the previous climb, and then ultimately he launched his really race-saving attack. Andy Schleck went on to win the stage and get the yellow jersey, but that positioned Cadel for that overall victory in Paris that year. That edition in 2011 was the first and only time the Tour de France has finished a stage on the Col du Galibier.
This climb is riddled with history, and it's a beautiful one. We don't get up here too often. It's one of those famous climbs in cycling. You think in 1911, the first three riders were the only riders to ride their bikes up the climb. The rest of the riders, well, they had to walk. Back then, they didn't have all the modern gearing that we have these days. Several editions have been snowed out, unable to be ridden at all. The Giro d'Italia passed over the border here into France, but it couldn't finish at the summit here due to snow that year. One of the years that people look back to is 1998 because Pantani dropped Jan Ork, who was in the yellow jersey, put gobs of time into him, coming up from the other way and finishing on a Les Deux Alpes summit finish right over this way with 5 minutes ahead in the yellow jersey.
My name's Sean, I'm from the UK. I follow you guys, I like your content, It's tough. This is probably the hardest climb I've ever done. 3 years ago I did the Marmot, and this is the last climb up here, and it's brutal, and it's just a killer. I mean, it's crazy up here. I guess you might have been filming, but this whole top area is just a mess with people at the moment. So,
Hey! As you can see, the fan atmosphere up here is incredible. The fans not just celebrate the race coming through, but celebrating their big effort to get here. Some camping out the night before, others arriving by bike, on foot. If they stay here the night, they'll get double duty. The race will return here in tomorrow's stage as well. Everyone's hanging out, having a beautiful time, enjoying the day. Feeling the energy.
2,642 meters. This is the Col du Galibier, and it's a must-see, must-visit for the Tour de France.